Chapter 42. Behold my servant whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him, he shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. He shall not cry, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. A bruised reed shall he not break, and the smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth. He shall not fail nor be discouraged till he have set judgment in the earth, and the isles shall wait for his law. Thus saith the God the Lord, he that created the heavens and stretched them out, he that spread forth the earth and that which cometh out of it, he that giveth breath unto the people upon it, and the spirit to them that walk therein. I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house. I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise from the end of the earth. Ye that go down to the sea, and all that is therein, the isles and the inhabitants thereof. Let the wilderness and the cities thereof lift up their voice, the villages that Kedar doth inhabit. Let the inhabitants of the rock sing, let them shout from the top of the mountains. Let them give glory unto the Lord, and declare his praise in the islands. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man, he shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar, he shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holden my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. I will make waste mountains and hills, and dry up all the herbs, and will make the rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools. And I will bring the blind by a way that they know not. I will lead them in paths that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them, and crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them, and not forsake them. They shall be turned back. They shall be greatly ashamed, that trust in graven images, that say to the molten images, Ye are our gods. Hear, ye deaf, and look, ye blind, that ye may see. Who is blind but my servant, or deaf as my messenger that I sent? Who is blind as he that is perfect, and blind as the Lord's servant? Seeing many things, but thou observest not, opening the ears, but he heareth not. The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith, Restore. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil, and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. Therefore he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger, and the strength of battle, and it has set him on fire round about, yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart. In section 42, chapter 42, verses 1 through 4, the servant is the Savior. That should be fairly obvious. What isn't obvious is the bruised reed and the smoking flax. The bruised reed, a reed was an example of something that was a structure, but when they're bruised, they almost always collapse. And the smoking flax actually would be best retranslated means the glimmering wick. And what this is symbolic of is that when the Savior comes, he's not going to break or extinguish any life that but he's not come to destroy but to save, not come to extinguish but to enhance. And so those people who are righteous but delicate and bruised, he will not destroy. Those people who have a faint glimmer of life and truth in them, but maybe physically frail or whatever, they will be protected, they will be enhanced. In Verses 5 through 16, it talks about the light that opens the eyes of the blind. And this is a change in the first 4 verses. God was talking about his relationship. Isaiah was talking about God's relationship to the Son. Here we have the Savior's relationship to the covenant Israel. That is, not the world at large, but covenant Israel. Or that could be covenant Israel. And there are people who are blind to the gospel light, who will embrace the gospel of Jesus Christ. Will be like they were in a spirit prison that was dark, and that they will suddenly come, because they embrace the gospel of Jesus Christ, it will be like they were prisoners and they will all of a sudden come out into the sunshine and set free. And it doesn't make any difference whether, in Isaiah's vision here, whether they are in spirit prison waiting for that word to be taught to them because they have died before the resurrection, or whether or not it's in this world. It's the same thing to Isaiah. Verses 9 through 16 talk about the restoration of true worship of the Savior in the latter days. The truth and keys of the old ways, the ways that were the covenant that should have been instituted through Moses, the higher priesthood as opposed to the Aaronic priesthood. All these things are to be restored. This is verse 9, and Revelations 12, verses 1 and 2, verses 13 and 17, if I remember correctly. The restoration, before the great destruction, the restoration will take place. The light of the restored gospel will do away with the spiritual darkness that the people have been living under in these various groups, the 10 tribes and all the rest of it, who have been led away. And as the gospel is restored to the earth, they will start to be influenced by it. And so there will be less darkness. You have people who are sincere and worshiping the best they know how, but the way that they have been worshiping has been a traditional thing that has been handed down to them, that has been modified by people who have gone before them. And their sincerity is not questioned, but the method of their worship and how they celebrate and what they think and how they understand their relationship to God is vastly different than what God knows it to be, and that's why these things are going to have to be restored. Let's see. Oh, yes, servants to the blind. Say 17 to 25 there. Servants to the blind are going to be messengers who are going to be sent from God, from this restored church, to the world, to those who are worshiping idols, and not just those who are worshiping idols, worshiping any kind of false god, whether it's your internet connection or the chasing of money or whatever, any kind of worshiping of any kind of false god where that's the most important thing to you. And these missionaries will be sent to teach the true gospel to people who don't understand it because of the craftiness of men, because of the deception of Satan, or because of their own closed hearts and closed minds. And so Isaiah is seeing all of these things. Oh, one other thing I forgot, the new song. There will be a new song. Now, a new song can be like Hezekiah's new song that he was going to sing, a song he would write. But only those people who are worthy, who are sanctified, will be able to have this new song. And the new song will be a song of joy, a song of gladness in their heart, not specific words, but a way of being joyful unto the Lord, I am sure. And only those who are sanctified, who understand their true relationship to God and through the Savior, will know how to do that.